We all want our phone screens to be incredibly fast and bright, but we also, need the battery to last all day. And for the longest time, it felt like you had to pick one or the other. But what if that trade-off just disappeared?
So really, how do they do it? How can you be scrolling at a silky smooth 120 Hz 1 second, and the next have your phone just sitting there with its always-on display, not absolutely destroying your battery? Well, the answer is some seriously clever engineering happening just behind the glass. To get it, you've got to picture the world inside your phone's display. Think of it like a huge landscape where these tiny little electrons have to travel from point A to point B to light up all your pixels. And as you can see here, it's not a one-size-fits-all journey. They have two very, very different roads they can take.
Right, so these two roads are built on two different foundations, two different technologies. One is called LTPS, and the other is called Oxide. And believe me, they could not be more different from each other.
So, that first road, LTPS, think of it as a perfectly paved superhighway. I mean, it's flawless. It's made by zapping silicon with high-powered lasers, creating this ultra-smooth surface where electrons can just fly. Then you have the second road, Oxide. This one's more like a beautiful, winding, scenic route. It's made by spraying metal oxides. It's still a great road, mind you, but it's built for let's say, a more leisurely journey. Okay, to make this all really stick, let's bring these ideas to life. Let's give these roads their own champions, their own mascots. So, let's meet the Cheetah and the Camel. And here they are. On the left, running down that LTPS superhighway, we have the Cheetah. It's all about pure, unadulterated speed. And on the right, taking that Oxide scenic route, is the Camel, the absolute undisputed champion of endurance and efficiency. So let's break down our Cheetah. Its superpower? Just raw speed. We're talking insane electron mobility. It's exactly what you need for those high refresh rate screens. But it has a weakness. Building that superhighway is really expensive, and running at top speed all the time makes this thing incredibly thirsty for power.
And now for our Camel. Its superpower is the total opposite, unbelievable energy efficiency. It hardly leaks any power, which means it just sips energy when it's not doing much. This is perfect for giant screens, like on a TV, where you want to keep power consumption low. The downside? Well, it's a Camel. It's built for the long haul, not for a sprint. It's just slower.
So you can see where this is going, right? We have a classic dilemma on our hands, a crisis that's brewing at a place we'll call Smartphone Village.
And this image just says it all. The village is facing a serious battery drought. If they use the Cheetah for everything, their power is gone by lunchtime. But if they try to use the slow and steady Camel for things like gaming or fast scrolling, well, you get lag. And nobody has time for lag.
And that was the question that phone makers wrestled with for years. Did we really have to choose? Did you have to buy the super fast phone that was dead by 3 p.m. or the one with the amazing battery that felt kind of sluggish? It really seemed like you couldn't have your cake and eat it too. But then, a solution appeared. A new kind of tech, a new kind of magic. And its name is LTPO. LTPO. It stands for Low Temperature Polycrystalline Oxide. And get this, the name tells you everything you need to know. It's got polycrystalline right from LTPS and oxide from, well, oxide. It is, quite literally, a hybrid technology designed from the ground up to give us the best of both worlds.
And with this LTPO magic, Smartphone Village suddenly realized they didn't have to choose anymore. They could have the Cheetah speed when they needed it and the Camel's endurance when they didn't. They could have both, living together in perfect harmony.
So how does this actually work? It's so smart. When you're doing something that needs speed, like playing a game or zipping through your social feed, the screen kicks into Cheetah mode, using the LTPS circuits for maximum performance. But the second the screen stops moving, say you're reading an email or just looking at your always-on display, bam, it instantly switches to Camel mode, using the oxide circuits to sip the absolute minimum amount of power. And this just brings our whole story full circle. LTPO isn't one road or the other. It's a magical, transforming road that can instantly call upon the right hero for the right job. It brings in the Cheetah when you need to fly, and it brings in the Camel when it's time to rest. And the result is a happy ending for everyone. With this incredible dynamic duo working together, there's finally peace in Smartphone Village. No more battery anxiety.
Okay, so that was a fun story, but let's bring it back to the real world. Why does any of this tech magic actually matter to you, the person holding the phone?
Well, first of all, it's the entire reason you can enjoy that gorgeous, super smooth 120 Hz scrolling without immediately looking for a wall outlet. That's the Cheetah, doing its thing perfectly, but only when you need it.
And second, it's why your always-on display is so incredibly efficient. When your phone is just sitting there, the screen's refresh rate can drop all the way down to 1 Hz. That's one single update per second. That's our Camel in its element, conserving every single drop of power.
But really, what this all comes down to is freedom. The freedom to actually use and enjoy the best features your device has to offer without that little voice in the back of your head nagging you about battery life. The compromise is gone.
So the next time you're just swiping around on your phone and you're amazed by how fast it is or how long the battery lasts, you'll know the secret. You'll know the tale of the 2 roads, the Cheetah and the Camel working together behind the scenes. And that just leaves one big question. Now that we've mastered this hybrid power in our phone screens, where else could it show up next?